After filling the DS260, what do you need to do? Now, guys, remember, now that you have been selected, you have filled the DS260, you will go through this process until the very last minute where they either grant you a visa or they give you a visa, or they deny you a visa or they give you a refusal. So after now that you have been selected, you have filled the DS260, you will go through this process until the very last minute where now you go for interview and they give you that visa or they deny you. But hopefully, if you are watching this video, they will give you that visa. That is my prayer, and that should be your prayer too. So in order for you to understand now what you are supposed to do after filling the DS260, you need to understand the process of applying for green card until they grant you that visa. And I've tried to break it down into I've tried to simplify it in such a way that you will understand. I hope that we will understand this process that I'm trying to show you. Now, in order for you to understand this process, I'm going to show you the breakdown or how I have simplified it, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But if this is your first time to watch this channel, or is your first time to watch a video on this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe. Remember, when you subscribe, you will be the first person to get notification whenever we post a video. And for us, when you are subscribed, that is support you are giving to us. Or if you find that difficult, you can also like this video. When you like this video, it's just by tapping your screen on the like button. Very simple. You help us to reach more people that maybe they need this information. So make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe, and if you have any question, make sure that you ask me and I will try my best to answer you. Now, let's get into the process that I'm talking about. Let's get into the process that I'm talking about. Now, the process of applying for green card. And I've just tried. Now, this is me trying to simplify things for you. The process, what you will go through. All right. So the first thing you did, you submitted your entry during, at those first stages of this process. And then you waited for some times. And while you were waiting, what went through is you were selected. So selection took place. So you were selected. You filled the DS260. Now this is where we are. You have filled your DS260. Now you need to understand that after filling your DS260, what these people will do, they will send you a second notification letter which will contain your interview, and they will also request you to confirm or register in order for you to confirm your interview or maybe change. And then when you register for your interview, you will go through medical interview, and then you can book. When they grant you the visa, you can now book your flight to the United States. Now, this is all we need to understand. You submit your entry, you go through the election. Now that you have been selected, you have filled the DS260. After filling the DS260, you will be waiting for some few months, between 4 to 6 months or even more, depending on the situation or whatever, but you will wait for some time, so you will need to be patient. Yeah, so in that period of 4 to 6 months, what are you supposed to be doing? And that is why I said, in order for us to understand or to know what we need to do, we need to understand this process. So when they send this second notification letter, you will now start going through the process itself, going through medical, going for the interview, going to for then thinking when you get your visa, you book your flight to the US. Now you need to know that all these whatever words that I have put in red, now you will need money for this process. For you to go through medical, the medical will need money. The interview, you will need to pay for your visa. The flight ticket, you will also need to pay. So now we have known the process. Now we have an idea of how this process will be. we have an idea now of how this process will be. So now, what should you be doing? So the first thing, we have said that you will go for interview, you will go for medical. So when you're going for medical, you will need money. I'm going to do another video that will talk about how much money we need. But for now, when you need to know that when you go for interview, you will need money to pay for the visa, right? And after paying for the visa, you will also need, if you pass, if they give you the visa, you will also need to pay for the green card itself. We will do a video about how much money you will need. And now that we have seen that we need money, so you will need to have money. So make sure that after filling your DS260, you look for money, because money will be required in this process. That is the first thing. The second thing, you should know that you will need documents like marriage certificate. If you don't have it, if your passport is almost expiring, go renew it. Don't wait until the last minute. Go renew your passport if you think that it is expiring. Remember, they always say that you need a passport that has 6 months or above, so that it can be accepted. So if your passport is almost expiring, make sure you go and renew during this time. It is important. And then there is also, you need documents. Yeah, okay, some of us, we left our document in the village, or you left your document wherever you left them. What kind of document am I talking about? Maybe your passport, or maybe your birth certificate, maybe your marriage certificate, and those kind of documentation, because they will be required. So you need to have them with you, so that you can prepare yourself, right? I said that we will do another video that we will be talking about how much money we will need. But for now, if your documents are far away, you need to go and pick them. And also your vaccination, maybe all those documents that shows you are vaccinated, like hepatitis B, measles, all those. Because now those documents, they will ask for them during the medical. Understand? You will need those documents. And then again, they have when they send you that letter, they will tell you everything that you will need, right? They will tell you everything that you will need. So in this time, the most important thing to do during this waiting period, make sure that you have your documents, and then you will need money. So make sure that you are preparing yourself. Don't wait until when we have the interview. Don't wait until when they tell you to go for medical, and then that's when you start looking for money. No. You need to prepare yourself so that things can be smooth. All right. I am saying this because there are some people who don't know, who don't have a clue, don't know what to do. And it is important for you to understand this thing. So have money, and make sure that you have your documents with you. Vaccination document, marriage, birth certificate, and all others that you need. Now, for the police clearance certificate, that one, you should know that if you decide to take a police clearance certificate during this time, maybe by the time they are calling you for the interview, that certificate will be expired. So I would not advise you to take police clearance certificate at this time. Maybe when they send you the second notification letter, and also until you wait, you should also check, because remember that the certificate expires after 6 months. So it is important to be careful with what you are doing. So for now, the advice that I will give you, make sure that you are putting your documents together, and make sure that your passport is up to date. It is not near expiry, right? And then make sure that you have money. because you will need a lot of money, and especially if you are that person who is struggling or who is suffering, you will need a lot of money. And also, if you have family, that is another thing. If you have family, those things you should put them in mind. Put your documents together, look for money. How much money do you need? Now, that is something that we'll be discussing on our next video. So please make sure that you subscribe so that these videos will come or we get you at the right time. Now, there might have been things that maybe I have not included in this video, and maybe you are watching there. Maybe you can tell us what more things do we need to have, or what more do we need to do during this period that we are waiting for the second notification letter. If you're there and you're watching, please tell us. Now, I would like to show you an example of a second notification letter. A second notification letter looks like this. This is how a second notification letter looks like. Now, this is just an example. Again, this is just an example of a second notification letter. Now, this notification letter contains your date of interview, and it gives you more information, and they will tell you that you need to register your interview and also register for DHL. Something that you should know is DHL, you need to know the DHL office that is near you, or maybe a DHL office that you are aware of, where you will go later on to collect your documents, right? So make sure that you watch our next video where we will be talking about how much money you need for this process. I believe that video will be helpful for you. Now, I do not have much to say. If you have anything to add on what I have said, kindly on the comment section you can tell us. And please make sure that if you have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. And after subscribing, make sure that you have also, if you have any question, ask us on the comment section. You can like this video. Make sure that you like this video actually, because many people that watch us, there are people who have not subscribed. They don't like our videos. They just watch and go. So make sure you do us that favor of subscribing, giving us your comment so that we understand what you want, and we understand, we continue giving or growing together and educating each other in this process. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best. If you won the DS260, if you won the DV lottery, make sure that you are also praying, or you are doing whatever you believe. Whoever God you believe, go pray. And I know that this process will be successful. That is all I am praying for every person that watch me. Even for those who do not watch me, I pray that you will be successful. Now, having said that, let us meet on our next video where we will be discussing how much money do you need for this process. My name is Kelvin Adonis, and until we meet on our next video, all the best.